Today, I am speaking only to the people who are ready, not the curious, not the comfortable, not the distracted. I am speaking to the ones who are prepared to go to the next level of their lives, the ones who feel something burning inside them, the ones who know they were not created to stay where they are, the ones who are brave enough to walk toward a new chapter without excuses. This message is for the people who are growing, the people who are shedding old skin, the people who are letting go of things, of environments, and even of people that no longer belong in their lives, because growth requires separation. Elevation requires elimination. And most people are not ready for that. Most people are consumed by everything happening in the world, every blog post, every trending topic, every viral tweet, every Instagram comment, every breaking headline, every opinion, every controversy. You scroll, you watch, you react, you argue, you consume. And while you are consuming the entire world, you are ignoring your own. You are so focused on what everyone else is doing that you have forgotten to ask, what am I doing? You will never shine while flying under someone else's sun. You will never discover who you are if your identity is built on reacting to what others are doing. If you are constantly chasing someone else's lifestyle, someone else's brand, someone else's personality, someone else's success, someone else's image, then you are abandoning your own path. And that is dangerous, because the day you start living according to other people's expectations is the beginning of the end. Most of you, and I say this with urgency, do not truly know your value. You don't truly appreciate yourself. You don't know what is enough for your life. You don't know what your own dreams are. You don't know what ideas belong to you and which ones were borrowed from someone else's timeline. Ask yourself honestly, what is enough for me? Not for society, not for social media, not for my friends, not for my family. For me, what are my ideas? What are my dreams? What do I actually want? Who am I when nobody is watching? What are my talents? What are my natural gifts? What feels effortless to me? What drains me? What excites me? What is my ultimate destination? These are not small questions. These are life-defining questions, but you cannot answer them if your mind is constantly filled with other people's noise. You cannot hear your own voice if the world is always shouting. And here's something else you must understand. When you begin to elevate, when you begin to think differently, when you begin to step into your vision, the first resistance will often come from those closest to you. Family, friends, people who love you. They may not mean harm, but they will challenge your vision. They may question your decisions. They may laugh at your ambition. They may call you unrealistic. They may say you have changed, and they're right. You have changed. Growth changes you. When you refuse to remain small, people who are comfortable with the old version of you may feel uncomfortable. That's why you must live your life focused on what you are called to do, not what keeps others comfortable. If you allow your self-worth to be built on what others think of you, that is the beginning of your collapse. Because opinions change. Today they applaud you. Tomorrow they criticize you. Next week they ignore you. If your value rises and falls with their words, you will live in emotional chaos. Your confidence must not be rented from the world. It must be owned. I believe in myself. And if you stop believing in me, that does not mean I must stop believing in myself. If you think I am irrelevant, if you think I don't matter, if you think I'm not connected, if you think I am insignificant, that does not mean I must accept your belief as my truth. Your opinion of me is not my identity, and your opinion of yourself should not be shaped by someone else's limited vision. The moment you start defining yourself by external validation, you hand over control of your life. Most of you don't know your real value because you have never taken the time to build it internally. You are waiting for the world to confirm what you should already know. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself without depending on the world's evaluation. Have your own opinions about yourself. Have your own feelings about yourself. Even when the feedback is negative, even when the world misunderstands you, even when the numbers are low, even when the applause is absent, your worth is not a poll. It is not a trend. It is not a comment section. It is internal. And here is something I truly believe. If you remove the garbage from your life, you will unlock your full capacity. Yes, I said garbage. That garbage might be toxic relationships. It might be draining friendships. It might be a business partnership that suffocates you. It might be habits that keep you small. It might be environments that limit your thinking. It might be fear disguised as security. It might be comfort disguised as stability. Sometimes the greatest growth begins with subtraction. You cannot elevate while holding on to what weighs you down. You cannot step into your next chapter while clinging to what belonged to your previous one. And sometimes, letting go feels lonely. But lonely is better than limited. If you truly clear your life of what does not belong, you create space. Space for clarity, space for opportunity, space for peace, space for discipline, space for creativity, space for purpose. Most people are exhausted not because they are working too hard, but because they are carrying too much that does not belong to them. When you release that weight, you realize how powerful you actually are. I genuinely believe you are capable of reaching your full potential, not a partial version, not a watered down version, not a socially approved version, your full capacity. But that requires courage, the courage to say no, the courage to be misunderstood, the courage to walk alone for a season, the courage to rebuild, the courage to disappoint people who benefited from your smallness. You cannot evolve while trying to maintain every relationship exactly as it was. You cannot grow while trying to please everyone. And here is something important. Outgrowing people does not mean you hate them. It means you are honoring your direction. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to become someone your past does not recognize. This is your life, not a group project. If you continue living for approval, you will die with regret. Because one day you will wake up and realize you built a life that satisfied others, but not you. And that realization is heavy. The world does not need another copy. It needs you, the real you, the bold you, the creative you, the disciplined you, the focused you, the evolving you, not the filtered version designed to survive socially, but the authentic version designed to thrive purposefully. I want you to fly, not crawl, not survive, not settle, fly. In your career, in your finances, in your blessings, in your influence, in your discipline, in your mindset. And listen carefully. I don't want you to match me. I want you to surpass me in your field, in your calling, in your success, in your impact. Because true leadership wants others to exceed it. True growth wants expansion, not competition. But you cannot surpass anyone if you are busy comparing yourself constantly. Comparison is a trap. It makes you forget your timeline. It makes you doubt your pace. It makes you question your progress. Stay focused on your lane. Stay committed to your vision. Silence the noise. Audit your life. Ask yourself, what belongs here? What does not? Who adds value? Who drains it? What habits elevate me? What habits shrink me? Be ruthless with your distractions. Be disciplined with your energy. Be intentional with your circle. And above all, build internal confidence. Not arrogance, confidence. The quiet belief that says, I know who I am. I know what I bring. I know what I'm building. And I will not be shaken by opinions. There will be seasons when no one checks on you. There will be seasons when your phone is silent, when your work goes unnoticed, when your efforts feel invisible. Keep building. There will be seasons when people misunderstand you. Keep building. There will be seasons when you question yourself. Keep building. Because your worth is not determined by how many people are watching. It is determined by how deeply you believe in your calling. Stop outsourcing your identity. Stop renting your confidence. Stop living in reaction mode. Start building deliberately. Start protecting your energy. Start designing your life intentionally. And understand this, you are not behind. You are not late. You are not insignificant. You are in process. But process only works if you participate. So step into your next level boldly. Release what no longer fits. Believe in yourself fiercely. Define your own success. And move forward unapologetically. Because the day you choose to live by your own conviction instead of public opinion, that is the day your real life begins.